Hey friends, it's Joe from DadBod today. It's around, I don't know, 37 degrees in Tokyo, and it's 5:14 in the morning. So we have a strength workout today. We got chest and back, which is always lovely. It's going to take me about 10 minutes to set everything up, so I'm just going to pop you on my head here inside a GoPro, and then we'll get everything set up and get working. So if you want to exercise and you're watching this in the future, you can just like fast forward to when we're actually exercising. But because you're here, let me just grab you. Oh, and let me open YouTube on my phone really fast. Give me, I don't know, 12 seconds. 12, 11, 10, 9. I know you're very busy. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Under chat. 2 YouTubes. 2, 1.5. And then 3/4. 15, 47, 37. What you say? Shrimpy what? 55. Shrimpy whoosh. 55. His age 55. My IQ is 55. It's a very, very old, obscure YouTube video. Yeah, let's see if both these are working. So I can chat. And then I gotta put it on. I want to. Let's see. Let's see all messages. It's one of the most bizarre defaults by YouTube that I hate. H-A-T, hate. Oops. Is that they by default don't show you all of the chat. What the heck? They show you what they call like the top messages, and then YouTube decides, well, what is the top message? But if I turn to all messages, then I can see the voice of the people. All right, let me pop it back. Ikimashou. Let's go. It's almost Christmas tree time. But pretty good. 5:16 start with some OBS repairs, so I don't have too many arguments about that. Ooh, I wanted to check the volume really quick if the music comes through. 1 second. It goes there. It's not perfect, but we'll take it. All right. We need to get our head out. That's what we're going for. Alright. We got everything done except dishes last night. Can't complain about that. This is probably still wet and gross. Oh, it's dry! Ta-da! Oh, I had a YouTube timeline. Bummer. When I'm adult. Twisty knob. But yeah, we're working on our content factory roadmap. And yesterday, I was able to organize file management, optimize file management on my computer. My computer has multiple drives on it, and I've been using all of them wrong. Things I didn't know, things that I've learned, and finally, took the time to do the boring crap. Go home. Yesterday, we had a marvelous run. Very challenging run. We did 6.2 miles, which is a 10K, half of a half marathon, half of a half. And I'm really proud of it, actually, because we did the whole thing with really good form. Oops. I broke this. I must break you. There we go. All right. But yeah, we ran with really, really clean form. And it paid off because my butt hurts. My abs are sore, lower back sore, but nothing's injured. Like, I woke up and sat up, turned on my abs before I sat up. I was like, oh, nothing hurts. You know, and then I sat in that chair a little bit and my lower back got sore because I lost core a bit. But for the most part, man, that was like a massive, massive win. Huge for me. Because I have a lot of spinal injuries, so it's always a good day when I can wake up without like incomprehensible pain. Yeah, that looks good. We have a very strange setup if you're new here, so just bear with it. It involves a very complex array of diaper tables and kids' chairs and all kinds of crap. Let's walk it out. This has to be shifted off plane by about 42 centimeters, and then we have to grab all of our chair number 1 will be used to support our stream deck so we can change scenes, make everything fancy. Chair number 2 will eventually go on top of the mini coffee table, which will go on top of here. Now, friends, we have about an hour and 15 minutes, ideally, before kids wake up and before we start the school rush, which includes breakfast and packing lunches. All the fun demands of life. First day back from holiday break, so I know we're all excited. There's a part of me that's excited the kids are going to school. And there's a part of me that also recognizes that means that I need to go to work, which is a little bit less exciting. One second, I have to flip a box. As much as I love you, don't want you to have my address. At least not yet. We're not that close. Give it time. I'll have you over for tea. Alright. Let's get our mirror set up so we can see if we're lifting. Twisted up like a twig. Eventually, one of my projects this year is to turn this into one integrated cart, which is battery powered. There we go. Look at that nice morning hair. 10 out of 10. Turn it into a nice cart where everything's integrated, and I press ideally one button to turn it all on. Problem, there's like a myriad of ways I could design it. So as an engineer, I'm experiencing decision fatigue. Decision fatigue occurs when an engineer has too many possibilities and they don't have a good criteria for narrowing them down. And there's lots of tools one could use to narrow down various options. A Pareto is one of my favorites, where you give different elements of a solution a ranking, like cost effectiveness, design for manufacturability, all these different facets, right? You could basically rank them, and then when you run the numbers, you get an answer. The problem with making a data-driven decision like that is then once the numbers show something contrary to what your gut wants, then it's like, well, did I set the right success criteria, or am I really biased? I'll give you an example. We were working on these different architectures for a particular surgical device that I can't explain because we haven't launched it, and it actually got archived, which means it may or may not ever see the light of day, but I can't talk about it. But I can talk about the process. And we're looking at different architectures on how this device would function, and there was like 5 different people that designed 5 different things. And then one of the first issues with this workflow was that we didn't explicitly establish the success criteria before working on it. And the problem with that is that people are connected to what they do. It is just natural, right? If you have 3 different people that each put in 3 weeks of work, and then they worked with suppliers and kicked off a prototype and tested it, and they want to defend their solution, even though everyone should be on the same team of picking what's best, right? Getting behind the best horse kind of thing. It's not really how humans work. Right? So humans will hold on to what they think should be best, even if it's contrary to what you've actually designed. And we pick the success criteria after making the widget, which is backwards. That's not how you're supposed to do it. It's just what happened. Anyway, all the data pointed to this one solution. That doesn't sound good. Oh, you're stuck. No, the trash can obstructed your justice. I'm actually impressed that you got out. Hey, you mean well here. Yep, sometimes robots are dumb. Alright. So anyway, pick the success criteria after the fact, which is fine. That happens from time to time. But the problem was all the numbers from the Pareto pointed to one solution, which was not the solution that 2 individuals thought we should do. And rather than following the success criteria they had established, they began lobbying. And engineers lobbying for something are very dangerous. Right? Because engineers are smart. But we all have biases that impact the way we think and see. They started lobbying for this solution contrary to the success criteria. We gridlocked for a couple days, maybe even a week or 2, about what to do with it. You know, and there's like some frustration and resentments. And like, we like to pretend that when you make something, you're making it within an idealized world on a frictionless plane. And what engineers often fail to account for is like the volatility of people. Smart people with ideas, but smart people with perspectives. Long story short, we stuck to the Pareto, but we had a lot of like team, how would I describe it, like poor organizational health followed that, and like trust was broken and things like that. Like it got really messy. Eventually it recovered, and then we had broken trust over different issues. There's always a new issue that caused some lack of stability on our team. It's funny talking about this years later, because in the moment it was bad. Like when you're on a team that's back talking leadership and stuff, like your direct team lead, bad. But everyone was new, everyone was working on new things, and we weren't all friends. And a lot of times projects don't start with the luxury of friendship, even though that's how I try to run my stuff. Block is will work. Sorry, I'm looking for a wide base. Actually, this is a wide base. That'll work great. So that's kind of one of the tricky things, is like, again, you have to work with the world as it is, not how you want it to be. And people are messy creatures. Wonderful, marvelous creatures, dragons are. But, sorry for that. I want to keep the base. I just want to make sure I keep my mask centered. Yeah, it's pretty good. So that's one of the tricky parts, right? Is like when you're making stuff, even if you could have this perfectly objective Pareto process, and a Pareto is just like a force ranking based on a couple factors. even with all that, you could still get hung up. And that's why I'm struggling with my cart design, is like, I don't know what I want it to do and not do. And it's dependent on how it interacts with the content creation live streaming ecosystem. In my video editing, is it a standing desk? Does it have an external keyboard to manage it? Does it have an integrated PC? Is it just a mirror with a couple stands? Like, there's been quite a few theories on what this thing could be. Now let's turn on Twitch. And we'll get ready for TikTok. TikTok has to wait till I'm on the ground. If you don't start the algorithm at the right time, you lose it. That's funny. So let's post our morning TikTok. Freaking lasers. All right. Now, one of the workflows I've been working on, I'm not perfect at it. I try to bulk edit all of my content, which basically means so I do a whole week worth of content in a creative blitz, and then I auto schedule it, post it, except I can't do that for TikTok because TikTok's dumb. And I just am nearing the end of this first batch of content. That's not my code. So because of that, I have to re-record and re-edit for the next week, but it's also a work week, so I don't know how I'm going to do it. Now we have to create, switch to creator mode. Candy Bee followed us, yes! It's day 226 of my fitness journey. Pop that on. Look at that. Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. Alright, so we got that set up. The last thing we gotta do is fix some of our overlays. I think we're good. Let me check the chat, right? Everyone's still sleeping. It's early. I get it. We'll check chat. We'll make our pre-workout. And then we will start to lift. Maybe sneak in a bathroom break. Alright, so two things I gotta fix. I gotta get my tablet going. Let's do the tablet first. Tablet's fun. You wanna go to share. Go to the app, accept the connection. Gotta love connection. Throw that over there. Got this over here. Oh, that's a bad sign. No, alright, fix it. Great. That was not at all pleasant. Actually, we have to go to this one because it's going to break. It's all good. Double shot. Clean. Love it. Alright. Close that. Go to this one. Yep. Alright. Everything's... Oh, frick. Why? Why did it do that? Alright, there we go. There we go. Look, Ma. I must go, monkey. Alright, so take our tablet with us to take notes. This is showing notes from last week. Oh, hey. Hello, friends. Look, you could almost see me. It's great. It's great. Alright, then we get our mini bio break and we'll turn on drink and turn on TikTok here. I'll put you over here. Look at this bucket of wonders. Oh, it's amazing how much I put these things through. Let me do a little dance and then you drink a little water. I'm not super thrilled about this, but let's get to work. First things first. A fancy pre-workout. Yay! You do a little dance and then you drink a little water. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should put me over 20. Yeah. Did pretty good with last night's cleanup. It's not perfect, but it never has to be perfect. Just has to be good enough. What am I looking for? Pre-workout, right? Is that the goal? 5:37. Kids wake up at about 7. So we have an hour and 20 minutes to drink this and work out. Possibly. Hezekiah's been waking up earlier. Let's see. All right. It's really interesting. We hit monetization for YouTube. Super humbling. I get like all these analytics now that just tell me things. It's like a whole new arena. Because with TikTok, maybe they got them better. I haven't checked, but like they try to put creators like in the shadows. Like everything's a mystery. How it works, how to perform, how to be successful. YouTube, they just tell you. They're like, this video
had these views at this time, died at this time, resurrected at this time, and you've earned exactly 13 cents off of it. Or $1.60. That's really cool. I love that. I love that transparency because it helps me figure out like which content's successful today versus tomorrow. And it even gives me data where like if I want to look back at something and tweak it, I could. All right. So, I'm in really good shape from that regard. But I've learned that our lives have a much higher ad revenue per view ratio than short form content, which is a little surprising to me. My lives are typically long because it's just when I work out. So like we've made $34 in a month and a half across all of our views, and about $2 of that's from lives. So it's about a 15th of overall revenues just from ad revenue of people watching the live, which is way more than I've ever made on Twitch. Like YouTube just does better at ad breaks, I think. It's really interesting. There's a lot of things I don't fully understand in these spaces. All right. Almost ready to suffer. All right, let's turn on our TikTok live. So just like any day, today we'll be live on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube in 2 places. Why YouTube in 2 places? Because they pay me. I'm gonna make myself 15 cents today, but it's a foundation. I ain't bitter about it. I just recognize the process. Like, and eventually if people join our channel, that'll be a game changer. Like, I'm used to the language of Twitch of like subs, which is hard because in YouTube it's subscriber based, but then the financials get linked if you click the little join button, which is super cool. Let's see. Yeah, one of my big projects is to figure out how to refresh and integrate new custom alerts for the Pretentious Engineer. That'll be fun. Why is this on top messages again? What the heck? Blimey. All right. Got our mic hooked into Twitch Talk. To YouTube Twitch Talk. Just to cover them all, right? All right. We're all set up. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning in January. Probably don't gotta flex my vault that much. There we go. That's too much. We want a little flex. I'm just kidding. It's not mine. The house is rented and provided to me by Johnson & Johnson. This home is a gift. A gift, definitely undeserved, but graciously received. All right. Well, friends, good morning. Hope you're doing great. I'm almost done with our disgusting pre-workout. When we finish that, we will be ready to actually start exercising. We have our stretch rhythm, a routine to do. Got our DadBod stretch. And then from there, we're going to work into our actual exercises. So we got chest and back, hopefully before the children wake up. We never really know. So we're just going to do the best we can, process through it. Today is day 286 and 26 of my fitness journey, I ran a half marathon. Oh my gosh, we have chat from Twitch. Who is that? It's ATAX. Dude, I think you got the wrong mic set up. I can barely hear you. I am mumbling. I actually don't have a mic set up right now on Twitch. So Twitch is like the, black sheep right now. First of all, ATAX, nice to see you, friend. I'll try to be louder. Definitely a little mumbly. But YouTube's got the GoPro mic, and then I have 2 YouTubes running off OBS. Thanks for the likes on TikTok, friends. And then this mic's running to one phone. You know, I could get another receiver. If I had another Rode set of mics with another receiver, oh, that would be so complex. And then I could run that into that phone. And then eventually I want to have it all integrated in OBS. I just don't know how to do Restream yet, which is a little crazy. But yeah, Yay's version. Thanks for like the live, friend. That's awesome. We're going to work out in a couple minutes. Ah, okay. Atex, how's your lives? Are you still streaming on Twitch? I haven't watched a lot of Twitch. I've been kind of busy making content on YouTube and shorts. And I just put out a half marathon training program called DadBod. So it's a 16-week half marathon training program, totally free for anyone looking for something to do athletically. I have more of a father figure, but I train a lot of strength and core and back and mobility. And then I enjoy running long distance. So over 16 weeks, the first 4 weeks you train up for walking a 5K. So it's set up to be accessible to people who are heavier set, have pre-existing health conditions or injuries. And then we start training how to run with good form and kind of unlearning a lot of the things that you might have like picked up from your high school football coach or things like that. So if you're interested, there's a link in the bio, at least on YouTube. You followed Raven? That's crazy. Thank you so much, friend. Appreciate y'all. All right, let's get to work almost. 2 more sips. Yeah, if you're looking for something fun to do, it's not my program. It's hard. Every day I don't want to do it, which is why I still do it. But we kind of work a lot on the mental aspects of running and finding confidence, even as your body has shifted from what it used to be. You know, for you young folk, that's probably not a problem. But if you're in your early, mid, upper 30s, and things have shifted as in fatherhood or motherhood, you know, it's hard to carve out that margin of space to take care of yourself. So that's what DadBod's all about. But the whole journey is on YouTube because I had to do longer form content than TikTok could allow. And then it's organized in a Google class. So I have like an application process to join it. TikTok, I haven't integrated it into my links and things yet. So you'd have to like go to my bio, go to my linktree, go to YouTube, join a live on YouTube, or just, I think that's where the link is. It's only in the live right now. I have to fix it. But if you really want to do a half marathon, that's the way to do it. You got to find the process, friends. Ah, okay. All right, we're almost done. 6. Oh crap, it's almost 6. We really got to get moving. Children, wake up soon. Oh my gosh, I missed a message. Wait, I see you're at Hooters. I am not. I'm at my house, friend. But hope you're doing well. All right. I've never eaten there. I think what was that movie highlighted in? It was like, it had Adam Sandler in it. I thought it's either Sandlot or was it Big Daddy? I don't know. Mr. Deeds? Nah. I don't know. I know of it from movies, but I've never actually been there. Dude, you look exactly like Dan Cook. Dude, Dan Cook's awesome. Kool-Aid Man. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no, Mr. Kool-Aid. Who's going to fix this wall? Dan Cook also has an excellent little skit on, like, atheists, which I just thought was, like, really well done. Like, the atheist is, like, going to turn into a tree, become one with this earth. And then he just pictures like this big axe man like coming through the forest, chopping down the tree, milling it in the sawmill. He's like, and you print the Bible on him. Not that Dan's really, I mean, I don't know Dan's faith background, but it's of question. I think it came from a sneeze. Your setup looks like you're about to do some martial arts. That would be fun, Mr. Dependable. I'm not. Let me check my bonus rep. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna do some simple chest and back today. But I do a mix on my lives. For TikTok, I only can do my strength workouts. So Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, I do lifting of various kinds. I think this Thursday's legs day, which I hate. And then Monday, Wednesday, Friday on YouTube, I wear the GoPro on my head and I run long distance in Japan. So yesterday I did 6 miles or about 10K, and I live streamed during that and chat. So I can't multi-stream that just because I'm limited by the technology of my time. So if you like running in Japan, you'll have to be on the other side. But no, I got no backflips for you. Sorry, friends. It'd be cool, but not today. All right. Let's make our second drink. And then we will be ready. 5:51. Can we squeeze it all in an hour and 10 minutes? Probably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, double scoop. That should work. Dishes. It would be nice to do dishes someday. Alright, come on. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. And I'll be right back for chat. We're going to start stretching. It's going to be awesome. Now, I am on the clock a little bit, so it's the first day back at school for the kiddos. And my hope is to be present for them and the missus, so I probably won't be streaming like breakfast and stuff like normal, just because I want a clean transition. Oh, Howard Stark! Yes! Yes! I love when people get that. It's amazing how many people miss that. Yes, I'm limited by the technology of my time. Tony, you've always been my greatest invention, or whatever the heck he says at the end of it. That's so funny. Give me just like 10 seconds. I'm gonna set this down. We're ready to start the party. Let's go to work. Had to do a mini bobbery. I forgot it was a flashback scene. What was the line? He said Hank slammed that guy's head into the table with Peggy Carter behind. Hank slammed that guy's Peggy Carter. Flashback scene. Which movie was that one in? That wasn't when he goes back in time with, when Tony goes back in time to actually meet his dad, right? Flashbacks. Because there's flashbacks to Howard Stark. That would be in Iron Man 2 when the not palladium. Is it palladium? Whatever's like killing him, slowly poisoning him. And he has to discover the new element. That's when he like sees the videos of his dad dropped off in the box from, wow, we're really geeking out here, from Agent Fury. And then you have in Endgame, part 2 or forgot the two. The Avengers that was broken up into 2 parts. I forgot the names. One's Endgame, the other one's something else. They go back in time to get the serum from Hank Pym or whatever, the Pym particles. And Tony like has a little heart-to-heart with his dad who's expecting him. No, Hank Pym was young. It was a flashback, definitely. Yeah, if Hank Pym was young, then that would be in an Avengers movie. I don't remember slamming anyone on the table. All right, I'm going to check this comment, then I'm going to actually start my stretch. No, it's a little bit earlier. He walked into the boardroom. Oh my God. The guy said something about his wife. Oh, snap. Oh, I think it was because he slammed. That was in the first Ant-Man, wasn't it? There's a flashback of Hank Pym. He slammed the guy's face in the thing because they wanted the particles, and he was saying, no, you can't have the particles. I don't have the particles. And then I was like, oh, I would have saved your wife or whatever. And then he slammed. I don't think it had to do with Howard. Howard said something. I thought it was funny. All right, well, I'm going to start stretching. So it'll take me about, I don't know, 40 seconds on each side, and then I'll get back to chat. You could do some research, see if you can figure that one out. All right. So first I got my hip openers. We'll do 15 of these. Shoot, what was it? I like my brain's at like 80% with you. I think I'm still missing a little bit of context to figure it out. But Howard Stark gets upset. He slams someone. If it's it's definitely a flashback. I don't think that didn't occur with Captain America and Iron Man. So I think that flashback was in Ant-Man 1. But I don't think we saw Howard Stark and Hank Pym cross over in Ant-Man 1. I think that first time they crossed over was when they hit the military compound together, because they needed to get the particles. I forgot what else they were getting there. Was it the Tesseract? I think they were picking up the Tesseract. So I don't think young Howard Stark said anything to Hank Pym. I don't think there was a direct crossover. I think it was the military guy that was trying to strong-arm Howard. No, Hank. Oh, gosh, why do they both start with a H? Oh, no. No, it's all unraveling in my brain now. He slammed some guy's face on the table and says something funny. It's definitely not Howard Stark. It's definitely Hank Pym. I think, right? Did they have a flashback together? Now I'm like really trying to replay it in my head. You know, this is a simple Google search if I wasn't working out. Luckily, I have an amazing community on TikTok, Twitch, and the other one, YouTube. I need something to squeeze. Let me grab a foam roller. I try to like squeeze the legs because I abduct it. I don't know if that's the right word, but I like push them out. So I also gotta pull them in. Open everything up. Try to stay focused here. Take a speed glance at chat. Let's see if this guy figured it out. What's your goal? 50 pounds? 50? I don't want to weigh 50 pounds. That's like the size of my son. No. You're fine. You can geek out. Does he think that's doing something for him? Yeah, it's great. It's a hip opener. Hank slammed his head. Howard said something funny like, that's why I remember. Maybe you're right. Geeky Gamer Girl, what's up, friend? We're working out. Welcome. It's going to be great, Geeky. How's the baby coming along? Felicia's only like 6 weeks out. Shoot, I ruined everything. Oh no. Hopefully nobody wakes up. Alright. So the next thing I'll do that I forgot about. So I just put this between my knees and I'll do like 10 asymmetric squeezes. That sucks. So actually, prone to injury. So I typically will kind of move dynamically, and then that will get everything set up the way it needs to be. Let's see. This is the Yuck one, right? All right, all that's fixed. Let's get the other side. Yeah, Scuba Steve, what's your life like? What do you want to be when you grow up? Let's see. I was queasy here and there first trimester, but not super bad. Only threw up twice. I don't like that process. I understand that it exists. And I was just like, why is the body gotta make it so hard? Can't we like not throw up while we create new human life? Like, so many things, so many learnings in the process. I remember me and Felicia took like a birthing class. We studied something called the Bradley method, which is fantastic. She ended up having some complications, so we didn't get to follow the protocol perfectly, but it was really, really helpful for us to just get a foundational like understanding of all the ins and outs of like pregnancy and delivery. Because a lot of at least for me, a lot of my perceptions of the whole birthing process and things like that were definitely informed by crap you see on TV. Like after going through it for real, I was like, wow, like why do all these like fake perceptions of labor exist in cinema and on sitcoms and a lot of the stereotypes? Like, why don't we just like show it how it actually, well, I mean, you can't show it, you know, but like there's always like some thing where like someone's water hole break and go into labor and it's like, gotta get to the hospital right now. It's like, no, like Felicia labored at home for probably a good 15 hours and then the overall labor process was 43. Yeah, so it's like a lot of those things are really interesting to me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Up here, got 1, 2. Oh, that's loosened up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Between the knees. 1. This always like pops my hip. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. That's warmed up. Do a couple rolls. Roly poly. Check chat. Say hello, do the next thing. That'll be great. Scuba Steve, you speak the truth, brother. You speak the truth. Thanks. The traffic engineer in my state needs to redo speed limits on some roads. They should. Did you see the traffic when I did? That was great. All right. The roundabout. That was one of my favorite videos recently. Especially because like I don't mean half of the crap I say in that one. All right. So we have inchworms. So let's kick your butt back into a hinge. Squeeze the butt at the top. I'll do 3 of those. This helps me kind of activate the right muscles and refine my posture. And then after the 3rd one, go down to the toes, walk it out, do a push-up, upward dog, squeeze, do a push-up, downward dog, pedal, yay. Who's excited for their first day of work? I am. I've been off for 3 weeks. Maxed my vacation time because I was burnt out. I was like, I need some time to think a spell about what I want to do with the rest of my life. One more. Hinge. Get your posture right. This will be really helpful when we do our rows. 2. Crap. 3. Did that break? Don't sleep. Maybe it's still working. Rotate it out. One more down here. Do a push-up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Forward. Twist. Twist. Inchworm up. And then, real quick, I'll be right back. In some ways it's been more difficult, but otherwise it's not so bad. Yeah, it'll keep shifting. You don't know what I want to do with the rest of my life. Dude, I'm so excited. Dude, good luck raising those girls. That's going to be wonderful, dude. I'll be right back. I'm back. Going back to work sucked today, I bet. But think about the children. All the wonderful children. What is the key to being a good parent? So, Mr. Dependable, just because I do get trolled a little bit, just want to confirm you're actually going to have 3 children soon. Like, your wife's expecting triplets. So you're going from 0 to 3. Because if indeed that is true, that's fantastic. I wanted twins, so a little bit jealous, but I like the 4 that I got. Just, 2 for 1, 3 for 1 package deal. It's a little bit more efficient. You get through all the milestones in one go. The first thing I'd say is like the jump from 1 kid to 2 kids or 2 kids to 3 kids isn't exponentially hard or crazy. Like it's a softer ramp. It's still more work. So jumping to 3, like you are doing life in hard mode, but it's absolutely true. I couldn't embellish that if I wanted to. Okay, I was just checking in. You never know. All right, let me keep doing. I got my lunges while we chat. 0 to 3. So the first thing is like, I don't want you to think like it's an impossibility, right? It's beautiful. Also, how long until your wife's due? Like, it's not like, how do I say this? It's not like you're raising 3 newborns at the same time. You physically are, but like, as you're figuring out one, that learning immediately drives into number 2 and number 3. So you're gonna run into some efficiencies. I'm not saying it's easy. Like, triplets are super challenging. I had a friend who had 2 kids and they decided they wanted to go for a 3rd and they wound up with twins. And the twins on the back end were pretty challenging for them. But like, they learned how to move their herd through space. If you live in a US context with cars, it's a lot easier. I live in Japan, so public transport would be really rough. It's absolutely true. 8 months. 0 to 3, I'm still in a whirlwind thinking about, yeah. Well, one of the things is like, definitely sit in the reality of it. I think it's one of the first important parts. Like, my wife always wanted to be a mother, and there wasn't ever going to be a perfect time for me to be a father, if that makes sense. Like, I wasn't ready for the transition, but if it wasn't like thrust upon me of like being a parent, like, you become ready. And for her, at least with the first one, like, she knew she was a mom during every stage of pregnancy. For me, it became a lot more real once I held my son and like was in the thick of it, navigating all the stress and challenges and joys of it. So it'll kind of be similar with you. Like, the difficulty is like, you're gonna have to start making a lot of shifts in your work-life balance to accommodate the needs of your wife. With triplets, I don't know her current level of health, but like, it's likely to end on bed rest. Natural delivery of 3 is less likely, so they probably may advocate for C-section. It depends on how the kids are all arranged. Which means your wife's gonna be cut right down the middle. So postpartum is exhausting, and it's gonna be postpartum with 3 kids. So I don't know what vocation you're in, but if there's a way for you to flex your time, take more time off, like, she's gonna need you, and you're gonna learn how to be a father of 3 kids by being a great husband. It's kind of like the first stage. It's the foundation. From an education development standpoint, please read to your children, speak to them as much as you can. Human interaction is so important. I agree with that. That's very helpful. I'm getting a notepad out right now. Well, you could fire off as many questions as you want, because I got 3, but mine are spaced. So it's a little different. All right, we have what I call the OG-san, which is just like, means grandpa in Japanese. So get back on the ground.
This is kind of a back opener. So I try to make sure my knees are at 90, my hips are at 90, arms at 90, palm to palm. I open, but I keep my core contracted. Tap and come back. Some people will open and just sit into it. For me, that leads to injury because I'm hypermobile. So I actually have to kind of make sure that everything's taut in my body, like that it's weird, but that I do the stretch with good form. Otherwise, it will pull me into bad form prior to doing heavy lifts. That loads up my spine, and that's very bad. But yeah, Mr. Dependable, welcome to a family frenzy. Where we bring folks into the frenzy of our life as we learn how to raise 3 to 4 kids in Japan. My identity as a husband and a father is really big to me. It's an area I put considerable time, emphasis, and focus into, in addition to working on surgical robotics for J&J and doing content creation and grad school. Like, I find ways to integrate all these pieces, and for me, one of the important things is just, again, for me to be a present father and a present husband. And that's kind of one of the greatest challenges, is like, how do you be effective at the day job kind of stuff and have it fit or integrate with those core responsibilities. So I think that's where you're going to feel the biggest challenge. And again, I don't know what vocation you have or job and how much you get paid, and your living expenses are going to definitely increase with 3 kiddos all in diapers at the same time. Like, that's a very real financial challenge. And then to offset that, you're going to have to get a better job or work towards a promotion, but then you're also needed on the home front, and that's time. So like, that tension becomes way more real than ever, because it's like, those are the trade-offs that really define your life. And I think a lot of people miss that because they're used to being able to work and balance a certain way. First of all, they're used to this concept of a balance, which I disagree with, where it's like, I have my work self, I have my home self. I go and I get the money, me and the missus go enjoy a date, we get to go on a vacation, or we get to get out of our student debt, or whatever your situation looks like. And that's what like making it looks like, is how do you split your time well? And you probably give a heavier split to your vocation or your job. When kids start showing up, you start to realize, like, man, if I don't put time into this, like, I'm going to mess up these little humans. And if I don't care for my wife and pick up the slack at home and honor her and care for her and be helpful and present while navigating the demands of work, like, if I don't put work in the right box so I can be present at home, like, oh, that's going to break our marriage. And that's going to mess up our kids, because there's a lot of people that have a stressful day at work. I'll try not to overgender it, but from a more patriarchal perspective, if the wife's staying home and the husband works, for instance, I don't know if you do daycare, if you're dual income, like, it is easy for men to come home and put the garbage of their day on the home front and expect the home to be put together and food to be prepared and the children enriched. And like, for me, I've worked at home since 2020 with a wife who has anxiety and depression with 3 kids. So I'm always present with the challenges she's got going on. And I think there's a huge amount of husbands that do a massive disservice to their spouse and their kids, because they expect that, oh, I worked so hard that now I need to be taken care of. And it's like, yeah, going to work and doing a good job, that's the foundation. And then you need to find a way to re-energize yourself to come home and give your best on the home front. All right, let me go check chat. Enough peanut. Enough gal. Let's see, we'll check Geeky first. Read them books. That's great advice, Joe. Felicia's lucky to have a supportive partner. And you and I feel very lucky to have a supportive partner, too. It makes it all the less scary knowing he's here. Yeah. No, I'm really excited to hear how things work out for you, Geeky. Yeah, I'm excited for number 4. It'll be crazy. All right, stoic, warm-hearted. I got to catch up with you, Mr. Dependable. Got a notepad. My girlfriend can be kind of stubborn and reserved kind of woman, but she's very stoic and warm-hearted. Let's see. So essentially what you're saying is prepare for battle. Happy wife, happy life. Kinda. It's not really happiness. I would say, like, if together you have a shared purposefulness, then you will be able to weather life with resilience. Is that a more mature way to put that? Whoops, that's the tree. Let's go this way. Gotta take you over to the wall. Like, if you can find a shared purposeness in the works of your hand and how you establish and build a family, how you enrich and care for your 3 kids, then you will be able to weather the difficulties and toil that life demands. It's not necessarily that she's happy and your life is happy. Happiness, this is, okay, I'm gonna get a little spiritual. Happiness is a little superficial. I think, because it's heavily dependent on circumstance, always going in your favor. And I think joy has a deeper root. Like, you could have joy in suffering or in challenges if it's connected with purposefulness. Like, from a Japanese context, we would call that like an ikigai, which is like a center or reason for being. From a Christian perspective, you could call that more of like living within God's prescribed will over your life. Even if it brings you through suffering or difficulty, you can have joy in the plan. If you look at it through like a Buddhist mindset, it's really like finding a path that's adversive to all the toils and worries of life. That's kind of like deeper spirituality, is finding a higher meaning so that you can progress through the toils and challenge. So I don't think it's about making your wife happy as much as it's about your wife feeling like she has a partner. Sorry, I keep using the term wife because you said your girlfriend. Making your girlfriend feel like she has a partner is the most important. Let's see, twist you back. But again, that's kind of an interfaith, interspiritual dialogue. Do you know if number 4 is a boy? It's a boy. It'll be baby Akio. All right. Wrist breakers. Kids wake up in 40 minutes. We're gonna have to fly through this. All right, let's see. So we're gonna go over the hands. We'll see. I think I'll be happy with 2 sets. I could always pick up a set after drop off. 3. But I want to make sure that I lift with good form. All right. That's sore. Nice. And then we got a couple cat stretches. But geeky. Things as a content creator are kind of getting crazy. I got like this huge vision wall and stuff. I'll post a TikTok or a YouTube video about it. 2024 is going to be wild as I try to automate a whole bunch of my content and stuff. I'm going to start doing pretentious gaming. Some DIY. Some VR. It's going to be fun. More deadlift, and we're warmed up. And I'm winded. Yay. Why does it keep doing this to me? Oh, you're gonna even out 2 boys, 2 girls. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Appreciate your advice, brother. Thank you for preparing me for what to come. I am definitely not gonna get into this blind. Have a good one. Take care. I'll do the same. Yeah, sounds good, Mr. Dependable. Keep changing the world, bud. And if you ever need help, feel free to drop by. Click the little... Oh, we don't have a bell on TikTok. Can't put a bell around my neck. All right. So we got bent over dumbbell rows. We did slow with 44s last time, 10 reps. Yeah, and I think with lower back, I want to just match, so we'll stay consistent with that. Let me get my weights. We got, realistically, we don't have a lot of time, but if I'm focused, I could probably progress through this before the kids need to wake up for school. And I did. Let's lift these up safely. Or let's lift them up with a grounded back. That was really dumb. Luckily, I am strong. Strong like a bear. Let me grab my side weights. Alright, so we need 40s. So we could row more, but what I want to really focus on today is not ego lifting and getting hurt. It's kind of the magic. Check chat. I'll go change my weights. Got my thumbs up from Mr. Dependable. Mr. Dependable, real deal right there, man. It's awesome. New friend. Let me show YouTube what we're going for here. We got remarkable. All right, so we need 44s, 20 kg. Oh, math. 6:27 in the morning. Yeah, I definitely want to have at least the live killed once my kids wake up, because I want them to feel like Dad's with them and fully present to get them prepped for their day. Is this right? 5, 10. Yeah, that's about right. Like for the first day of school, I don't want them to feel like I'm in a rush finishing things while talking with people, while talking with them. I just want them to be able to start their day clean. So if any of the kids wake up today compared to another day, I'm just gonna kill the live, but I'll finish my workout as they eat breakfast. At least that's my current plan. We'll see. I tend to change my mind easily, so. Who's excited for rows? So this is a nice challenging weight for me. I had a little bit of drift and form on it, so I really want to make sure I have my core and lower back braced and contracted during this safely. Ugh. So that's why I'm going to lighten up and try to go slow. Get the most out of it instead of try to hit some kind of ego number. All right. 30 minutes. What do we got? All right, we're good on chat. Now we're caught up. Let's do it. Slow, 10 reps, just a standard row, right? Dumbbell row, bent over. All right, come over here. So we're gonna squeeze our butt, wiggle our legs, turn on our core, brace our core, sit it back. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. 8 slows, great. I was gonna do 10, but I really slowed it down. All right. Let's see. So that was 8 reps. So my goal, and you can check me on this, friends, is I want to go slow on the movements, quick on the transitions, so that I get the most out of it and I get through as many of these as I can. But if I rush the lift itself, then I sacrifice progress or I risk injury. So it's natural when you're tired and don't want to do something that you invert it. You go fast on the left and slow on the gaps. All right, let's hit it. Goals 8. Good posture. Get my breathing. Get my tailbone under me. Tuck it. Tuck it in. It's so important. Let's throw heavy things around. 3, 2, 1. Up. There we go. All right. Core braced. Tilt it. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 5. Nice. Marvelous. Keep it going. Woo! Winded already. Ain't nothing wrong with being winded. Frick, we got single rows today too. Why? Why isn't double enough? Like, wiggle it out. Hooray for progress this year. 2024, my healthiest year in the last couple years. Although I eat better than I did my entire youth, so maybe we're approaching healthiest overall. Even if I'm a little curvy. We all got a curve somewhere. Otherwise we'd be boxes. All right. There we go. Walk it back. Engage core. Engage glute. Wiggle on knees. Tilt it. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ta-da! Lovely. Lovely, lovely. What's up, Geeky? Are you changing your diet to New Year too? So I'm focusing mainly on strength and endurance. It's kind of my two big things. So continuing to run long distance with good form. This year I'm probably going to try to do 3 or 4 half marathons. So for me, like, functional strength is most important. So like over the last 226 days, I've gained 7 pounds of like lifting and running consistently. But like athleticism is like, I know I do this and like I still look round, but like if you look at where I started, like much, much higher. So cutting weight isn't really like of interest to me. I just want to eat more balanced. I'm still very mindful of what I eat. You know, like simple things like getting greens and protein on the table, less fried, pulling carbs in correctly, incline floor press, Dang, we did 66s? Whew. 30K, that's a lot. All right, let's try it. All right, so that's kind of like an area of interest for me, is just continuing to have food fall in the proper place. I'm not of the mindset of like get in a massive deficit and cut, because I actually don't want to lose strength. Strength's been like one of the best parts of the journey for me, because that's what's limited a lot of my back pain, if that makes sense. All right, 66, really? Gotta get up to 30. So all we have to do, yeah, these big baddies on here. Now I remember having a little difficulty handling these, so if I do it this much, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 27.2. Let me see. 27.2 is that one. So we're gonna try to do 60s. Oh, I gotta get the red bands. With the browns. I've been craving fruits and veggies so far. So I hope it stays that way. For now, in the second trimester, he wants more carbs. Yeah, it's tricky. Like when you're raising a baby, everything changes. Like before our first, we were vegan. I think it was more for moral than health reasons. Yeah, it's one of those things where I came home from work and Felicia's like, we need to watch this documentary. And I was like, oh no. You mean you need to use knowledge? We need to build out knowledge to change our life? Crap. Like I could tell it was one of those. Watch the documentary. I don't even remember what it was. We're like, all right, we'll give vegan a go. Gave that a good hard try of like year and a half, and she got pregnant and her body was immediately like meat, and that kind of shifted out of our life. It may come back someday. There's a lot of arguments in favor of it. There's also arguments against it. So it's hard with pregnancy. Like you need to follow your body and eat, but there's also areas where like you don't want to just like eat to eat and eat trash. Right? Like if you can still exercise consistently in your pregnancy and eat well and balanced, you're gonna gain some weight when you have a baby, but it'll help your postpartum recovery if things don't go out of control. You just don't want to deprive your child and not eat out of like concern for your aesthetic, if that makes sense. And pregnancy is beautiful. My wife's beautiful when she's pregnant and when she's not. It's just different. But I'm glad you're craving veggies. That's cool. All right, let me set these down. I'm drinking too much water. I gotta take care of that. Back. Let's get this thing going. Yeah, super challenging being. Oh, that's right, you're diabetic. I forgot all about that. Yeah, Felicia's got gestational diabetes, so she has a whole host of challenges on that. She's on insulin for the first time during this pregnancy, actually. Super challenging, pregnant. I'm doing the best I can. Yeah, because you got to keep you healthy mom, healthy baby, right? So like it's super challenging. All right, we're going for 8 reps. 60 pounds. Yuck. So with this one, if you're starting in your fitness journey, let me make sure. Yeah, if you're starting in your fitness journey, you should probably not be using black and red bands and 60 pounds. It's just not advised. You have to build up strength over time. And it's not like a flex from me, like it's a product of consistency. Like when I would start doing programs, I would try to like do the same weights that the people in the videos would do and stuff, like try to compete with them. I injured myself so many times just being dumb. It's like some of those folks, their whole life is fitness. Like that's their day job. So why would I think I could come in here and outlift them? It's just young and dumb. All right, so this one's a little tricky to get up. I think that's why I reduced the weight last time. I'm gonna try to put it on my thighs and kick it up in a curl. Now I know how to do it from a bench. It's a little harder on the ground. So bring you up. Bring you up. Get my toes, turn on my core. Strong hands. Feet up. Find that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 5, 2, 3, 4. 6, 2, 3, 4. 2, 8, 2, 3, 4. I have to just sit up. Take a breath. Brace for impact. That was plenty hard. That's enough hard for the day. Let's go take a nap. But Geeky, I hope you can get everything right with like being active throughout the day. As a teacher, at least you're on your feet, which helps a lot. So just finding the right activities that are appropriately athletic for where you are in the pregnancy. And then also working on like trying to make food fit in the right place. I'm sure you're working with your physicians and all that, which is great. So do the best you could do, friend. All right, round 2. Wishing you and my future godson, godchild. What do you call it if I'm a godfather? What's the child to me? Is it just a child? My niece or nephew. I'm excited to meet them. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Strong hands. Kick it. Catch it. Ooh, my lower back pop. That felt great. Oh, shoot. Core. Up. There's a whole lot wrong with that. 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 1. 4. 2, 6, 2, 7, 8. Maybe just let it fall off my body. Yeah, maybe that works. Dude, when I hit the mat, I felt something pop, but it was like a good pop. Like when I hadn't had like a deep rearrangement of my inner being. It was awesome. Which is better than like pop and like now you're on the floor because your disc is dislodged from your spine. All right, we got one more and then I could check chat because I see there's someone with a red profile name on Twitch that I'm excited to say hello to. Just give me a minute. Excuse me. I am so sorry. All right, here we go. Scoot that forward. What the heck? Why am I lifting it like that? All right, one more. I'm getting a little gassed. I think this is why I dropped the weight, so I can move it around safely. That's a little tweaky on my shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Brace core. There we go. All right. Core up. 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 3, 4, 4, 3, 4, 5, 3, 6, 7, 8. Tight. Tight like a tiger. All right, let's go check chat. Stupid. So some of those transitions with like heavy dumbbells, I still don't feel fully safe with. I'm still learning. But it looks like Twitch is getting lively, which is fun. Let me track my reps real quick on my sheet, and then I'll be right with you. Please hold. Here, why don't you hold a plank while I figure this out? Get you all involved. Everybody do a plank until I'm done taking my notes. Let me just erase that, rewrite that. Copy and paste this. Oops, crap. That's not gonna work right. Oops, that seemed to mess everything up. There we go. What the heck? 60s. 8 reps. How's your plank going? You almost done with your plank? Got single arm dumbbells. Rows next. I'll set that up, then we'll check chat. Move this crap. It's first day of school, first day of work. It's a good first day. All right. Kids should be waking up in about 10 minutes. So we got about 10 more minutes to hang out. And then I'll kill the live and wake up the children while I finish on my own. Let's see, Twitch, who we got over here? Mr. Panlactical, greetings from Argentina. Phobos here? Oh my goodness. Mr. Pancoletta, come on. Hey, happy you're here. Hey, friends, if anybody's new here and you like followed or subbed or whatever, I don't have any alerts on Twitch today, so thank you. Let me know. No pressure to if you don't like me, that's fine too. Just wanted to be respectful. Football, how's it going in? It's not Iceland, crap. Finland? How's Finland going? Good times up there? Greetings from Argentina. That's fantastic. You might be one of my first Argentinian friends. I have one from Brazil. Hello, everyone's waving at each other. This is so fun. So if anyone's new here, welcome to the Frenzy My World. So I learned how to raise 3 kids, almost 4 kids in Japan. Welcome to DadBod Fitness. I'm just trying to progress towards overall health and wellness. That's day 226 of my personal journey. But hope you all are doing well. If you have a New Year's resolution that involves running a half marathon, I built a whole program. You have to go to my YouTube channel to find it. It's free. It's 16 weeks. It got warmer here. Negative 20 Celsius, that's fun. Been applying for jobs to get work trainee part. Dude, life moves so fast. I've known you for like 3 years now. We're supposed to do 44s, which is 20 kg. This will probably be our last rep. I'll do the other 3 solo while the kids eat breakfast. But I hope you're all doing well. Happy New Year. I mean, hopefully it's a Happy New Year. I have no guarantee COVID Part 2. That would suck. What if the world just resets a second time? How great would that be? Let's try to put all our favorite restaurants out of business again. I really shouldn't laugh because crap can happen. But oh my goodness. It's like 2020, never want that to happen again. 2021, still never really want that to happen. 2022, I don't know. Global recession isn't fun. It's like, can we just have a normal year? Can 2024 just be like, what did the young people say? Mid. Can 2024 just be mid? Like, not of consequence. Just like a standard check the box kind of year. That would be great. You know, like maybe 20% less strife. So we're just doing rows again, but on each side, so we get to isolate, which is fun. Get my form. So after the rows, oh my gosh, someone on YouTube's here. It's TikTok compilation. How's it going, bud? Welcome to YouTube. Are you allowed here? What's going on? No thanks. I just found a ramen place that's nearby, so let's keep the restaurants open. Exactly, right? Like, I forgot what restaurant I was looking for when I went back to Cincinnati. On a business trip. It was like a mac and cheese joint. Great hipster place. I was like, it's closed. No! I came back from Japan for this. All right, we want 8 reps slow. Yeah, let's stay on that. Let's low and slow all day. All right. Get some good reps, and we'll go be a good dad. How's that sound? Good reps, and then good dad. Nice hip stretch on these. That's my favorite part, is to use the bench. Looks awkward, feels good. All right, like most of fitness. Brace your core. Pick it up. Neutral. Yeah. 1, pull with the back. 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 4, 3. Hey, go ahead and get your school clothes on.
I need to go to the bathroom.
Okay, go to the bathroom. Go ahead and close the door, okay, love?
Okay.
All right, friends. I'm gonna go kill the cameras. We keep it up. You know how many times for us to sing it? I know, right? I'm so sorry. All right, bye, Twitch. The first ones. I love you most. Have a good day. All right, bye, TikTok. YouTube's next. Bye, YouTube.